Hello friends, welcome back to Top Dog Traveler. Today, let's talk about what $800 a month really gets you in the Philippines. That's approximately 47,000 pesos, a sum that sounds like a dream to many. But is it a dream for everyone? The truth. Money stretches very differently for locals versus expats. For locals, $800 can mean comfort and stability, and an above-average monthly wage for most Filipinos. For expats, it's like walking a tightrope with no net below to break your fall. Why? Expectations, connections, and the hidden costs of being a foreigner. Locals know the best deals, have family support, and understand the system. Expats usually pay more, sometimes just for not knowing where to look. It's not about right or wrong, but about perspective. Living somewhere is not the same as vacationing there. We'll break down where every peso goes and how two people can see the same price tag in totally different ways. Let's dive into the real story of $800 a month in the Philippines. 2 lives, 1 budget, worlds apart. Ready? Let's go. Meet Juan and John. Juan, 28, is a Filipino virtual assistant earning $800 per month, working 5 days per week, living with family in his hometown. He knows the city, speaks the language, and has a strong support network. His connections save him money daily, on repairs, food, and advice. Now meet John, also 28, a freelance writer from the US, new to the Philippines. He's friendly, but alone, doesn't speak the language, and pays more for virtually everything. John's journey is full of costly trial and error, while Juan's is built on local know-how. Same income, but 2 very different realities. Before John even starts his month, he faces a big expense, his visa. Staying in the Philippines means regular trips to immigration and recurring fees of about $40 every couple months on average. Over a year, that's upwards of $250 gone, just for the right to stay. For Juan, these costs don't exist. His ID is free, and he never worries about his right to live here. This foreigner tax immediately shrinks John's real budget. The same $800 isn't equal. John's disposable income is always less. It's a hidden cost that locals never face. From day one, John is at a financial disadvantage. That's the price of adventure. Housing is where the gap really widens. Juan lives in his family's home, paying about $135 a month for his share of expenses. It's simple, shared, and affordable, just 17% of his income. No security deposits, no landlord headaches, and lots of support. John, on the other hand, rents a small studio for $300. Add utilities and Wi-Fi, and he's paying close to $370, over 45% of his budget. He gets privacy and comfort, but at a steep price. The places marketed to expats are always pricier, with Western amenities. By the time John pays for housing, nearly half his money is gone. Juan, meanwhile, has most of his income left for everything else. Family structure and local knowledge make all the difference. For John, comfort comes at a cost. For Juan, home is both affordable and supportive. Food is where daily habits really show. Juan eats local, breakfast at home, lunch at a carinderia for $1.50 or so, and family dinners. Bulk buying at wet markets keeps costs low. His monthly food bill, less than $100. John tries to eat local but sometimes craves Western food. A burger here, a pizza there. Imported groceries and restaurant meals quickly add up. Even cooking at home is pricier when you stick to supermarkets and familiar brands. John's monthly food budget, around $225, more than double Juan's. 1 comfort meal can cost more than 3 days of Juan's food. The lesson: eating like a local saves big. For expats, old habits are expensive. For locals, tradition is affordable. Food choices make or break the budget. Getting around is another big difference. Juan rides Jeepneys and Trikes, public transport that costs him barely $1 a day. He knows the routes, shares rides, and rarely spends more than $25 to $30 a month. For him, taxis are a rare luxury. John, confused by the system, avoids Jeepneys and often pays tourist rates for Trikes. He defaults to ride-sharing apps like Grab, which costs him $5 or more per trip depending on the time of day, distance, and location. His monthly transport cost, $90 or more, over 3 times Juan's. It's a tax on not knowing the local way. Convenience and comfort come at a price. For Juan, public transport is second nature. For John, it's a costly learning curve. Life throws curveballs, and this is where safety nets matter. Juan has PhilHealth, cheap, reliable, and backed by family support. A minor illness is no big deal, costs are low, and advice is free. John, without local insurance, heads to private clinics. $15 to $25 for a doctor, $50 to $90 for a simple illness. He pays up front, sometimes waiting for insurance reimbursement. Every 2 months, he's back at immigration, paying for visa renewals. For Juan, these costs don't exist. Unexpected expenses hit John's budget hard. No family to help, no cushion. For Juan, family and community fill the gaps. For John, every surprise is a potential crisis. The lack of a safety net is the biggest challenge for expats on a tight budget. After 30 days, let's see who's ahead. Juan spends approximately $150 on housing, $100 on food, $25 on transport, and $76 on extras, totaling approximately $350. He saves more than half of his income, nearly $450 left for savings, emergencies, family, and fun. Juan is thriving, building security, helping support his family and enjoying life. John spends $370 on housing, $225 on food, $90 plus on transport, $40 on his visa every other month, and approximately $75 on extras, totaling nearly $795. And that's before planning any weekend getaways to some exotic island with endless beaches. He's left with maybe $5 to his name, and that's if nothing goes wrong. One emergency, and he's in the red and facing a possible financial crisis. John is barely surviving and has nothing left to save at the end of the month. The comforts he pays for eat up his budget quickly. The dream of cheap living meets the reality of foreigner costs. So can you live in the Philippines on $800 a month? Yes, but only if you live like a local. Embrace local habits, let go of most of your comforts, and you'll thrive. If you stick to expat ways, your money disappears fast. Know yourself, plan honestly, and you'll have a better adventure. Thanks for joining us here on Top Dog Traveller. Like, subscribe, and share for more real stories and to help others find our content more easily. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.